Hello and welcome to Mindful Mornings, session number 4. Now, alongside developing our skills of mindfulness, we've been conducting a feelings survey, and you've done a really good job filling in the survey and reflecting on your feelings. And it's been really interesting for me to see how many happy children there are. In fact, most children are mostly happy most of the time. That's fantastic news for me and for your teachers. However, there are some children that are sad sometimes. There are some children in school who are very sad sometimes, or very worried, or very angry. And the first thing I wanted to do is to let you know that I know. But also, I've noticed something else as well. Those children who are experiencing more challenging feelings such as sadness, worry, or anger have also been reporting feeling very, very tired. Those children who report being happy are not reporting being tired. And I can see that there's a clear link there. And I'm sure it's no surprise to people that when they've had a good night's sleep, the day that follows is a happier one, a more content one. However, I did just want to quickly talk about the importance of sleep. Sleep is really important. It allows your body to rest and your mind to restore itself ready for the next day. But there are lots of other benefits as well. The more you sleep, the better your immune system and the better your body is at fighting diseases. In fact, a recent study found that those people who slept less than 7 hours a night were 3 times more likely to catch a cold than those people who slept more than 8. Sleeping also allows us to balance out our hormones, which means that in the day we will have more control over our reactions. Sleeping produces more testosterone, which gives us more natural energy, and it reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, which means that we're more likely to encounter positive feelings and emotions during the day. I'm sure it's no surprise, but sleeping also improves your ability to focus and remember things. So sleeping has a direct impact on your learning. And study after study reveals that a lack of sleep has a big impact on your mood and your feelings. And those people who consistently don't get enough sleep are prone to feelings of depression and isolation. A lack of sleep also affects our ability to judge the emotions of others. And if we think back to what we were talking about last week, the fact that emotions are contagious and happiness is contagious, if we can't perceive happiness in other people, then it's not something we can catch from them either. So sleeping is hugely important. However, going to sleep isn't as simple as just lying down on your bed and off you go to the land of Nod. No, there are thoughts and feelings that creep in and interfere with our ability to get to sleep. And the advice that we're given isn't always helpful. Has anyone here been told to count sheep? That's never helped me. But I want to give you some advice that's based on science that should help you go to sleep. And the first thing is to make sure that your room is dark and cool, as these conditions help your body to produce melatonin, which is a hormone that helps you sleep. Now, however, using devices and televisions can disrupt melatonin. So you shouldn't be using devices or watching the television an hour before going to bed. The other thing is establish routines. People are habitual creatures. We like routines. And so if you always brush your teeth, get dressed into your pajamas, read a story, then when you get into bed, you'll be ready for sleep. Your body will understand it's time to sleep, and you'll find it easier to get to sleep. Don't use your bed for anything other than sleep. Never work on your bed. Again, we're habitual creatures, and if, whenever you lie down on your bed, you always go to sleep, your body will become conditioned to understand that when you lie in the bed, it's time to go to sleep. And just like exercise, your body will get better at going to sleep if you follow the routine. Do not drink caffeine before bed. I know that some of you may drink fizzy drinks that have caffeine in, even Red Bull and energy drinks. This really will disrupt your ability to get to sleep. And finally, don't break your routines too much. Just because it's the weekend, it doesn't mean it's right to stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning playing your computer, then getting up late the next day. Your body will quickly change its routines and then find it hard to adjust when you return to school. Now, even with all these things in place, at times our thoughts and feelings can interfere with our ability to get to sleep, and a busy mind makes it almost impossible to go to sleep. So, finally, mindfulness. Applying mindfulness before bed will help you go to sleep. Allowing your mind to focus on one simple thing, like your breathing, will really help you to drift off into a peaceful and contented night's sleep. And if you're wondering how much is enough sleep, well, the answer is, for children your age in 5 and 6, it's 10 to 11 hours sleep every night. And if you are consistently getting less than 10 to 11 hours sleep every night, then it will affect your mood, your feelings, and the way you experience school. School will be more challenging, and you will feel more challenging emotions. So, if you want to have a more positive time and a more positive experience, please take our advice and invest in sleep. And so, this week, our mindfulness session will focus on the skills that will help us dismiss those distracting thoughts and feelings that distract us from the very simple journey to a peaceful night's sleep. And so in a moment, I want us to try mindful breathing. We're going to pay attention to every single breath as much as possible. And I want you to notice any thoughts that creep in. Don't let them just creep in and take over. I want you to notice them. And I want you to be able to dismiss them and refocus yourself on your breathing. To help you focus on your breathing, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to find your anchor spot. This is where you experience breathing the most. It might be your tummy for me, your chest, it might be around your nose. I want you to place your hands there, and that's your anchor spot. If a thought creeps in, I want you to notice it. And I want you to say to yourself inside your head, not out loud, anchor, breathing, and return your focus to your breathing. Okay, so I'd like everyone now to close their eyes, put their hands on their anchor spot, have your feet firmly on the ground, sitting up straight. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and focus on every breath. Focus on the experience of every breath. And if a thought comes in, notice the distraction and say to yourself inside your head, anchor, breathing, and return your focus to the breathing. Off we go. Okay, and open your eyes. Now, I imagine at this stage, everybody was distracted from their breathing at one point, at least. I know I was. I kept thinking about what I was going to say next. But using the words internally, anchor, breathing, I managed to bring my attention back to my breathing quite successfully. So, did you manage to identify those thoughts quickly when they came in and return your focus quickly? Or did those thoughts have the opportunity to take hold and fill your mind for a while? The more we try this, the more we practice this, like any exercise, the better we will get at maintaining our focus on that one thing. And the better we'll get at dismissing those thoughts and identifying them very quickly before they take hold. This is an excellent skill when it comes to going to sleep, but also for those people that experience a bit of anxiety or worry. But with mindfulness, we shouldn't expect it to fix everything straight away. We shouldn't expect to be masters of mindfulness right from the start. It is like a muscle. The more we apply it, the more we try it, the better we get at it. And eventually, you'll be able to be mindful without adopting a mindfulness pose, just in day-to-day life. And you won't always want to focus on your breathing. Sometimes you might choose an emotion or feeling that you want to focus on. You might try mindful eating. There are many different ways to be mindful. Let's just remind ourselves, it means to allow ourselves to focus and appreciate and experience just one thing, and a thing of our choice. That's what mindfulness is. It isn't emptying the mind. It's about focus. So boys and girls, please do try and get enough sleep at night, and do try and use mindfulness to help with that. Thank you very much. Goodbye.